I didn't pick this costume. It picked me. And by the time I realized what it meant, it was already too late. It started like any other Halloween. Crisp air, rotting leaves, pumpkins glowing on every porch. I wasn't even planning to go out. I hadn't done Halloween since college. But that year, something felt off about staying home. Everyone at work was talking about the neighborhood party, the one on Wren Hollow Street. Big old house, rented by some tech startup guys who loved going all out. Fog machines, kegs, fake corpses on the lawn. I figured, why not? Except I didn't have a costume. It was Halloween day already, and every store was picked clean. So I went thrifting. There's this little secondhand shop near the edge of town called the Velvet Rack. It's one of those places that always smells like candle wax and dust. The kind of shop where you can't tell what's real and what's left over from someone else's life. The bell jingled when I walked in, and the old woman behind the counter looked up, like she'd been waiting for me. "You're late," she said. I laughed awkwardly. "Yeah, last-minute costume hunt." She smiled, thin and knowing. "Don't worry. Yours has been waiting." She disappeared into the back and came out holding a long, dark garment bag. Black fabric, faded tag, no label. When she unzipped it, I swear, the air shifted. Inside was a costume that looked old, like something from 100 years ago. A black coat with strange buttons, a wide hat, and a white porcelain mask with hairline cracks down the face. It wasn't scary. Not exactly. But it felt wrong. Like it didn't belong to this world anymore. "How much?" I asked. She smiled again. "It's already been paid for." I should have walked out. But I didn't. That night I got dressed. The costume fit perfectly. Too perfectly. Like it had been tailored for me. The mask was cool against my skin. It smelled faintly of iron and something sweet, like old flowers. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't look like me anymore. I looked like someone from a black and white photograph. Someone who shouldn't be moving. The party was chaos. Music shaking the walls. Lights flickering orange and green. People laughing, shouting, spilling drinks. But everywhere I went, people stared. Not in a nice costume kind of way. In a "what the hell is that" kind of way. A few even backed away. One girl, dressed as a witch, looked at me, went pale, and whispered, "Why would you wear that?" When I asked what she meant, she just said, "You shouldn't mock the dead like that," and walked away. I tried to brush it off, drank a little, danced, but the longer I stayed, the stranger things got. Every reflection I caught of myself, in mirrors, in windows, was slightly off. In the glass, I wasn't moving exactly like I was. My reflection was delayed, and when I lifted my mask to breathe, there was something on my cheek. A mark, a faint gray smudge, like soot, like ash. Then someone screamed. I turned. People were backing away from the hallway. Someone had collapsed. A guy in a skeleton hoodie lay flat on his back, eyes open. Everyone thought he passed out, until someone checked for a pulse. He was gone, just like that. And when I looked closer, he had the same mark, right on his cheek. I stumbled out of the house. The air outside felt thick, too heavy, like breathing through syrup. I started pulling off the costume, but the buttons wouldn't come undone. The seams wouldn't move. And the mask, it stuck. I clawed at it, panicking, but the more I pulled, the more it tightened. That's when I heard it. A voice, soft, whispering, right behind me. "You shouldn't have worn it." I spun around. No one there, but the porch light flickered, and for a split second, I saw someone standing across the street, wearing the same costume, the same hat, the same cracked mask. and they were smiling. I ran home. Didn't even bother locking the door. I just collapsed in the bathroom, ripping at the mask until it finally came loose, with a wet sound like peeling skin. When it came off, I screamed, because under it, my skin was pale gray. The same ash-like mark spread down my neck, and my reflection didn't move when I did. I didn't sleep that night. Couldn't. Every light in the house kept flickering. My phone camera glitched when I tried to record. Every photo of me now looked wrong. My eyes always blurred. My mouth slightly open like I was whispering something. The next morning, I went back to the velvet rack. But it was gone. Not closed. Gone. Empty lot. Like nothing had ever been there. When I asked the guy next door, he looked confused. "There's never been a store there," he said. "Not in years." I drove home shaking, trying to make sense of it all. But when I pulled into my driveway, the front door was open, and hanging on the porch, on a rusted nail, was the costume, pressed, clean, waiting. The mask had no cracks this time, just one new detail, a faint engraving at the base of the neck. Worn once, worn once, and below it, my name. That was a week ago. Since then, I've been changing. My skin's colder. I can see my breath even when it's warm. And sometimes, when I pass a mirror, I see them behind me, a dozen figures, all wearing the same cracked masks. Watching, waiting. Halloween's coming again, and every night closer to it. I hear the same whisper through the vents, through the static on the TV, through the cracks in the walls. It's time to warn the next one. And this morning, I found another garment bag at my door. Black fabric, unlabeled tag, waiting. I think it's someone else's turn to wear the warning. But until they do, I can't take mine off again. Don't wear what doesn't belong to you.